Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about Booker's 2018-04. Now, anybody who's watched the channel for a while knows that Booker's and I kind of just go hand in hand. I like to review Booker's on this channel. However, this being, the fourth release of 2018, once again kind of solidifies that whole only 4 batches a year thing that Booker's is doing. And there's a part of me that's not sad about that, and there's another part of my palate that is. So if I were to do 6 batches of Bookers every year, this channel would be all Bookers all the time. Up to some of you, it might already feel that way, but that being said, if you haven't had it, then you might not understand why I love Bookers so much. So this is 2018-04 kitchen table. It is 64% ABV, which is just absolutely insane. Now, the namesake of this is based off of the kitchen table in Booker No's house, where he would sit, read his newspaper, tinker on projects, just kind of drink whiskey, anything else. So it was kind of like his center point of his house, the heart of his home. And because of that, they named it after that. It might not be the most unique name or creative name, but it is a thing. And to that point, while researching this episode, I found out that the table itself is considered an heirloom among the family and has been passed down as well. So instead of spending my time looking for pictures of a kitchen table, which, by the way, I couldn't find any pictures, which is a little strange, I thought I'd be better off served just nosing and tasting and talking about it a little bit. So let's do that. All right. So let's go ahead and nose this whiskey. You're definitely going to want to step back a little bit from this one. 64% is heavy. By the way, sorry about that vanilla thing. It was hilarious and I totally did it on purpose, but it was also way louder than I intended, and I've gotten quite a bit of comments on it. That last episode I did with the heavy vanilla. Promise I won't do that again. Maybe. All right. So 6 years, 8 months, 7 days. The nose here is very creamy. I love that when bourbons get to that point where it's almost like not that sharp of a smell of any one particular ingredient. It's a very well blended bourbony smell. You've got caramel, vanilla, little bit of oak, but honestly that's not coming across too much in the nose here. There's actually a little bit of light smoke in there as well, which is pretty nice. But everything's melded very well together to the point where I would consider it to smell creamy. So let's go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers to you. Ooh, that's good. All right. For me, the first thing I get out of this is less of a normal bourbon note. Not rare per se, but usually not the first in line. For me, lemon is the first thing I taste. It tastes like a lemon. And then you've got vanilla. That creaminess does come across in the flavor as well. So lemon, vanilla, creaminess, a little bit of brown sugar in there as well. Let me do one more thing. So on this batch specifically, they say that you should add some water. Now, I do typically add water to pretty much everything I review on this channel, unless it just is a 40 ABV kind of thing and I can tell it's not really gonna matter. I usually go for 3 drops of water. This one in particular points out that you should do that, and they refer to it as Kentucky tea to actually give it a heavy amount of water. Now I'm not going to do that because I think that's not indicative of what this tastes like, but 3 drops of water makes a pretty big difference. If you haven't actually tried adding water, you could just use the back of a spoon or a regular spoon and just kind of tilt it a little bit. Try all different kinds of things. You should definitely be experimenting with your whiskey. Don't ever feel like somebody's judging the way that you're drinking. That's stupid, and you're in your own house. Do whatever you want. Throw whatever you want in here. Just have fun with it, Especially at 64 ABV, you're not going to do that much damage. But if you do add water, don't swirl it around too much, because the entire point is to collect all the oils and everything on top of the whiskey. It improves the smell a little bit, and it does lower the ABV slightly, so the taste will be better. So, well, that's consistent with what I wrote. The nose itself does not change that much on this one, but the taste actually does. So the lemon falls off almost completely once you've added a little bit of water. I know that might not seem like I added that much. It really does make a difference. So the oak comes out more once you've added a little bit of water, but more importantly, there's this one note that I freaking love in this once I've added water, and that's almost like a cinnamon butter. And That, I feel, is what the creaminess became after adding a little bit of water and brought out those cinnamon notes. So, if you ever think about like Texas Roadhouse, right? You've probably been there before, had that cinnamon butter. That is similar to what I'm getting out of here. So if you like that stuff, this is good. All right, so let's go overall. Now, overall, I've had a lot of people tell me that this was their favorite Booker's of the year. I don't know that I agree. I've recently gotten to taste all of them, except for the O2. I actually ran out of a sample of that, but I did a live stream only a few nights ago with Chris from Bourbon Sane, and we went through the gamut, and including, in my case, the Booker's 30th. And I'm gonna say, taking the Booker's 30 out of there because it was really good, I'm gonna actually go back on what my original evaluation of the Booker's 2018s was, because prior to this video, I had the 03 as the top, and then 01, and then 02. This is 04. I'm actually going to switch things up. I'm going to say the 01 was my favorite from this year, followed by the 04, and then the 03, and then the 02. So that would be how I would rate these this year. I think that you should get your hands on basically all of them, though. The 02 would be okay to skip, but in this case, unlike other years, none of them were bad. They were all really good. It was just I wanted to put an order of some sort on them. So go with the 01, the 04, the 03, and the 02. And you can still find most of these around. It's not even that hard. If you look really well, you might even find a good deal on them at this point. So that does it for this episode of the Whiskey Dictionary. Thank you for joining me here. And I'm actually going to be reviewing Weller Antique 107 on my next episode. So if you have a bottle of that, then, get it ready for Saturday's episode. So have a good night and cheers. Hey everybody, so check the description down below. I've got brand new t-shirt designs and I'm really loving them. I worked with an actual t-shirt designer this time instead of just kind of throwing some money at Fiverr. And we kind of went back and forth. I love the new designs. A bunch of people have already ordered shirts and I think that they're great. So if you happen to buy one or buy any of my merch, then if you're on Instagram, take a picture of it. Tag me. Go, at Whiskey Dick. It would be awesome to see you guys enjoying some of the stuff that I'm putting out there. If you have any ideas for merch that you guys want, let me know. Because merch is one of the best ways to help support the channel. You guys get something and I get something to help, do all of this. So let me know. Have a great rest of your night.